Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, welcome to another edition of Oilers Fan Reaction live stream. Oilers are in New Jersey of Game 1 on a back-to-back. We play on Long Island tomorrow night against them Islanders, and then we're in New York, on Sunday to take on the Rangers. Stu Skinner is in net tonight, but that is the least of the worries. Most of the worries should be on this offense who's stagnant, who is not good. I'm going to say this offense is subpar. I'm very much looking forward to what the Oilers do with their new lineup. I've been talking to some people, been having a few chats with some people, and we're going to go over those chats that I had with certain people in the first intermission. There's the upcoming schedule I want to talk about, and what I feel and what they also feel could be the path to the Pacific Division title. It's not as hard as people think. Honestly, the path to the division title is not as convoluted and as popular as people may believe. It is win 7 of your games. Obviously, you get a few other wins here and there, but there's 7 must-win games that the Oilers have coming up if they want the division title. These 7 are the must-wins, and I'll talk about that in the first intermission. Hey, Dan, how are you? How is the Colorado living? It's kind of like Alberta. Nice and chilly this time of year, isn't it? Also, for your guys' enjoyment, I will have the out-of-town ticker for the Vegas Golden Knights and Columbus Blue Jackets up so we can see what's going on in their game. Unfortunately, right now, Vegas just scored. They're up 1-0, so that doesn't help the Oilers' case or cause. Again, Vegas needs to lose a few, and the Oilers need to win a few. That's all that matters. They're 4 points back? Let me double-check my math. 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not too bad. That's t-shirt and shorts weather for me, my friend. But then again, if it's a blizzard out, I'm still out in shorts. But I digress. That's besides the point. I'm one of those wackadoos. I am definitely one of those wackadoos that no matter the weather, I am out in shorts if I can be. And we are going to listen to some great O Canada. These motherfuckers are really booing the national anthem? Cool. We did boo theirs. Fair. Hi friends, how's everybody doing? Okay, this national anthem has gone on a little long. Alright, that went on a little longer than I liked it to. Just kind of drung on. Now let's get some America. Dan said exactly that. horrible rendition here. She missed a bit of the beat. Well done. Well done. That was hard to hear, but well done.
The Edmonton Oilers begin a 3-game sojourn.
You're not wrong, Dan, and that's one thing that maybe he'll realize after a month of this and the stock market not recovering. I've heard some rumblings. He's thinking, like, he thinks that the stock market is going to recover. He is fully in his brain that the stock market is going to recover, America is going to be fine, everything is going to be honky-dory. But if the stock market continues to plummet the way it has been, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the way America's heading. I don't like where Canada's heading either. Both sides need to sit down and figure it the fuck out. Like, I may not agree with everything a liberal says, but I'm not going to disagree with everything they say either. We got to find common ground. I think that's where it lies with both our countries. We got to find common ground.
And Jesper Bratt is
Let's go.
over as New Jersey's leading scorer without Jack Hughes.
Face-off won by the Oilers.
In the league and assists were underway with Henrique, who controls the opening draw, and Edmonton spills it in.
By the way, Adam Henrique won a Stanley Cup with these New Jersey Devils back in the day. Yeah, he's been around that long.
Against the New York Rangers.
Rod Colson stays onside. Oh, that could have been dangerous.
It was played up the right-hand side and out by Jake Allen. And now Jesper Bratt will attack the Edmonton line. Coming off a performance where he had a goal and 2 assists in New Jersey's key 5-3 victory.
So last time these two teams played, Jersey won 3-0 in Edmonton. But we know how early in the year that was, and how sick, and how beat up, and how nonchalant this Oilers team was. I think it was October. I'll have to double check my figures on it. Hey, Grandma, how's it going?
In Canada's game, Draisaitl thunders in on the forecheck. He's playing, at least at the outset, with Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvidsson tonight. Devils come back the other way. Shot coming.
2 block shots by the Oilers forwards.
Had it swallowed up, and Draisaitl barrels his way back in from the left-hand side, turn it over, and now Nason's got a 2-on-1 with Meyer. Swings it to him. Meyer gives it back, tipped in front, and the Devils don't even.
Again, Draisaitl, you goddamn giveaway machine.
To Meyer.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna ride this mother. You know what? You cannot. You got a clear-cut path to the fucking net, and instead of going to the net, you fucking twirl at the blue line. You figure skating piece of. That's offside. I'm sorry, guys. There's too many days and too many times where Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, and Hopkins get fucking passes for shit play. What was the point of the twirl back there? There was no need to curl back. I'm sorry, but there was no need for that. Makes your goalie make an amazing save. Why? Keep going to the net. Drive the freaking thing.
Still not the highest quality chance, and it was because of the advised pass from Nason. It was actually played pretty well in the 2-on-1, and then, as you mentioned, Wallman got back.
Stewart's in net tonight.
Another layer of defense at the last,
which goes against what I thought. To be honest with you, I thought it would have been Picard in net tonight, just given the fact that Stewart needed a mental break. But yeah, Draisaitl, pick it up, man. Like I'm sick of getting free passes for our stars who haven't done anything 5-on-5 in 4 games. Hopkins with a shot from the half wall. Jake Allen's in net tonight for the New Jersey Devils.
Edmonton outshot Jersey by a nearly 2-1 margin.
Not a bad idea to get an early shot on net either for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He knows he's got Zach Hyman driving.
I will see if this webpage has figured itself out.
Take a little quick look to make sure that he had that solid in the gear.
Allen stopped 23 of 24.
So they have.
Jersey beat Philadelphia on Sunday, then followed it up with a win over the Jackets, and a shot from distance taken by Emerson is snared by Allen. Jacob Markstrom, New Jersey's de facto #1, and missed some time earlier this season. He's lost 8 in a row to the Oilers.
Yes, I do have the Vegas game up, because that's a very important game that we got to keep an eye on.
Who's going to play in this game tonight? You and I are both a little bit perplexed with that, but obviously for Sheldon Keefe, maybe feeling this was the time.
Shots are 3-1 Edmonton, 17:40 left in the first period.
Early in the season versus Edmonton.
Early in the game, but that one shot for New Jersey was a 10-bell save by Skinner.
Hasn't played well against Edmonton, and it's been that matchup for him that for whatever reason hasn't been good.
Niku Hischier having a good year for New Jersey. Connor McDavid turned over with Emerson. Oilers have trouble hunting the puck down in their own zone. Finally flipped out by Nugent-Hopkins, whacked away from Zach Hyman, and the Devils on the counter.
No, I agree with you. I think it's time for Skinner to put some games together.
That's why Louis and I were a little surprised. He passed on the shot. Timo Meier, on the other hand, not having his best year by any stretch of the imagination. Kasperi Kapanen back in the lineup tonight. Matthias Janmark.
Oh, ref. That might have been his own player's stick that hit him in the face.
I had a feeling Kapanen was going to play whether or not Janmark was sick. And Janmark indeed unable to go tonight.
Janmark is sick, guys.
Back in the lineup as the fourth line center.
So the flu has not left the Oilers locker room. I guess they shouldn't have spent the entire time off together in Cabo. Skinner with another save.
Wallman got a piece of that one over to Evan Bouchard. Comes in tied for 4th among the league's defensemen in scoring. Cleared back inside the New Jersey zone as both teams make changes in personnel. Oilers beaten 3-2 on Monday night by Buffalo. A game they dominated early, couldn't score, and it ended up never playing with a lead in that game. Here's Eric Haller. Sends it down low for Brad. Kept it alive for Cody Glass. Scored in his Devils debut against Philadelphia. Tried to take it hard to the net. Snagged by Nurse, but Colson did not get it out. Brad. And Glass trade. Brad a shot through a screened Stuart Skinner. The save was made, and another turnover, this one from Stetcher.
Troy Stetcher with a bad giveaway after Nurse has a bad giveaway. Our defense needs to get the fucking puck out of the net zone now. Hey, Nick, how's it going? No, Ekholm didn't make the trip. Ekholm probably won't play again until the 20th against Winnipeg. Ekholm is super sick, man. Like,
possession, but Colson swung it over to Nurse, and it's angled off the boards for Arvidsson. Turned over, here's Dawson Mercer. Flipped it toward the Oiler net, spun to the corner by Skinner. Calvin Pickard will play tomorrow in the second of a back-to-back. Hesse's shot was blocked. Oilers will be on Long Island tomorrow for
giveaway city Oilers, man.
Here's Leon Draisaitl. Beautiful change of pace.
That's what you should have done in the first second of the first period. Instead of curling away from it and causing an freaking 2-on-1 break for Jersey. Sorry, guys, it just aggravates me.
Hard on that save for Leon Draisaitl. Makes another power move so good on the backhand side.
Oilers with the 4th giveaway already this game.
15-game point scoring streak, career high. Here's a shot that was blocked against Kovacevic.
Woolman with a huge block.
Dylan.
Man.
Run taken away by Nugent-Hopkins. He'll reset. Nearly 6 minutes gone in this scoreless first period. Devils have just the one shot on net, but
and that's offside.
This period brought to you by James H. Brown Accident Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters in injury law.
Leon Draisaitl riding a 15-game point streak into this game against the New Jersey Devils. And a nice backhand move once again to get around Luke Hughes and then bring it from backhand to forehand. We've seen him do that often. And so difficult to get the puck off of him once he tucks that left shoulder down and drives to the net.
Devils break out, maybe a 3-on-2. Heeshear got toward Nason. His shot kicked into the corner by Skinner. The rebound thrust back down low by Meyer. Nason with Heeshear allowing it to go through to Luke Hughes. And now a shot off balance from Meyer ends up skipping into the corner. Played by Heeshear. Nason shovels it out to the point. A shot and a save made by
Big save by Stuart Skinner again.
Through. And the Oilers send it up the left-hand side. Bouchard misfired on a pass intended for Nugent.
You're not wrong.
And Hughes will...
I agree, Renegade. I think Savoy should be up at the big club right now. But with the Condors in a playoff run, they need him down there to help that out, right? But if the Condors don't make the playoffs or they're out in the first round, I think you see Savoy in the Oilers playoff roster. He'll be added, Derek Ryan will be added, and a few others.
Scoring team in the league in the first period. Like Edmonton, they're very good in the second. Hard hit Lazar against Corey Perry. Lazar's second effort does not get it out. Held in, big hit on a run by Kapanen, who then looked for a pass from Kulak. Able to hack it down low, looking for Draisaitl. Steered up the right-hand side. Bastian did not get it out. Held in by Stetcher, and now Draisaitl operating against Brendan Dillon.
Shots are 3-3.
Coming onto the ice, Connor Brown had the shot deflected. Won a puck battle.
12 and a half left to go in the first period. Bad giveaway by Corey Perry.
And having busted up the cycle, Lazar makes certain of a clear.
Great positional defensive play by Curtis Lazar right there. Henrique was coming
No.
off the bench waiting for that puck for a one-time.
No, he hasn't.
It's
It's been Jake Allen playing every game New Jersey's played since the Oilers kind of got rid of him in Calgary.
And the Oilers, much like the first period against Buffalo, a lot of pressure early on against the Devils. Allen has been sharp early.
And we're getting repeat of Buffalo. Oilers pressure. Oilers look good. Nothing to show for it.
Ran a play off the wall. Holland, he can fly. Drop pass and a shot. That was heading
11 minutes left to go in the first period. Shots are 4-4.
And with 11 and a half to go, we remain scoreless at the
Only 2 seconds? Winning. I joke. I kid.
Time for bed, buddy. Let me guess.
Unfortunately,
Want the Burner story again?
this isn't.
Okay. The hockey game's over. The mascot's.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Lay
That's
down
not
in comfort,
updating itself.
legacy
So-
in my room. Good night to you, furnace, with your hot blower humming. Good night to you, air vents, keeping the warm air coming.
You don't
Good
want
night
to
to my
update?
payments.
Fine.
Won't see for 1 year. Good night to my legacy. Bedtime is near. Good night, champ.
Warm.
Oh, Jesus. And who's how's everybody doing? Vegas is up 2-0 on Columbus because of course they are. Vegas has 6 shots, 2 goals. Must be nice to play weak teams all the fucking time. You're not wrong, Renegade, and that's why it's just like Bouchard, right? I think Bouchard's better than what he's been this year. This will probably be the worst year Bouchard will ever have. Just like I think this will be the worst year that Skinner's ever going to have in his career. And it just sucks that they're both having bad years coincided with each other. No, you're not wrong, Nick. We have a few. 22 degrees. Darnell Nurse, the 700th game tonight. I'm going to have to write that down.
First career goal, tying him for second with Charlie Huddy on the all-time list. Behind, do I even need to say?
All with the Edmonton Oilers.
Time flies, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
700 games.
Time flies when you're having fun.
You know, the consistency for him. That's
Offside yet again, says the referee.
He comes in great shape. He never misses optionals. He's a guy that prepares himself. Talk to him about the one time where he scored against the Buffalo Sabres, and he said Paul Coffey has been really preaching to the defenseman to get the puck on net but keep it low. Take some off of it, make sure you're hitting the net, and obviously that one goes right in with a great screen in front and gets rewarded for that in his 699th game.
And I remember you said during the course of that play in Buffalo, it looked like that Nurse took something off that shot. So
and he said, you know, sometimes when that hard pass comes across the line, your tendency
You're not wrong, Renegade. You're not wrong.
Hard and you're going to miss the net. And, you know,
Cam Ward had nothing but bad years after his cup run with Carolina. He had nothing but bad years. That's what people don't understand. Goaltending is one of those things. When you're off, you are off, and you look like an AHL, ECHL goalie. But when you're on, you're Vezina himself.
only the third Oiler defenseman ever to go back-to-back 50-point campaigns. Coffey and Risto Silva.
Linesman says no icing. That's strange on that.
For Edmonton, here's Bouchard up the right-hand side. Hyman was stopped. Bouchard to reset. He and Nurse, the only
It is definitely a voodoo position, man.
Connor McDavid tried to chip and charge, but Pesci cut it off brilliantly.
It's one of those positions. So it's got to go by you last, but you're always the first one to be blamed for a goal against. Almost like the 5 players on the ice are invisible when there's a goal scored.
10.5 remaining.
And Draisaitl with another giveaway.
That's cleared easily by Dumoulin.
Sorry, guys. Draisaitl gets... No, that was Skinner that gets tripped at center ice. Interesting with the non-call there. That's a penalty! What the fuck? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but you miss a blatant trip at center ice, and then you call that bullshit?
Great goaltending and superb special teams.
I agree, and they draw those penalties because they're a fast team. Nice move inside the line by Palat, and that backhand.
He was jumping to take a shot.
To the inside in the process, draws the call as he's in the.
He didn't trip. He jumped to take a shot. I'm sorry. That's a joke.
One that got his stick in there to prevent him from going to the middle. So first power.
That's a joke.
Palat knows all about playing with number 91.
There you go.
Long time.
Yeah.
Teammate, of course, of Nikita Kucherov, who got banged up last night. Dawson Mercer is New Jersey's 91.
That's a
He awaits
joke.
the face-off as the Oilers on the kill. But off the draw, it's held in, and it's Timo Meier. Who
I'm sorry, but that's a pathetic fucking call. So that's what we're calling now, right now? So that's what we're calling penalties in this game?
All of a sudden, that puck was jab free, and Henrique with a pretty decent.
Mark that down. I'm sorry, folks.
For Henrique, he jumps on that puck and takes off, and a nice job by him to drive it right to the net. Gets a lot on the backhand. And a good save by
No, but that stick was there.
A long-time New Jersey Devil, Adam Henrique, always fun coming back to New Jersey. And
You can't call that if you missed the one at neutral ice. I'm sorry, if you missed that one at neutral ice, you can't turn around and call that one. Call me a homer, call me whatever you want to call me, but you can't miss one that's blatant and then call that.
But Colson defending. No Gammark. Remember, that's key on the penalty kill. Wallman, pressure on Meier. Hughes down low for Mercer. Luke Hughes chipped it back. Meier will step in. Hughes, a shot of that pinballed off Ishir's skate. And
I'm sorry.
out.
That aggravates the fuck out of me that you missed that call, but then you make that one.
Foundation 50/50 presented by Rogers is back for another record-breaking season. Support communities across oil country and win big at EdmontonOilers.com/50/50.
He's looking back door, and as he throws it that way, it goes off the skate, off the boot. I believe a Stetcher on the one side and up over top of the glass, but he was looking for that tap-in back door through all those legs.
And sometimes, as a result, you get a ricochet off a skate and into the net. Edmonton fortunate there. Off the draw, Hughes across, a shot, and that was whistled on. And Good hard low shot from Jesper Bratt. 73 points.
I don't know. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know because I don't want to know names.
The Devils' third line. Timo Meier.
It's better that I don't know who the Zebras are in any game the Oilers play.
By the Oilers penalty killers, and now the Devils' power play down to
30 seconds left to go in the power play.
Heishier leads the Devils with 11 power play goals. Racing in left-hand side is Tatar. Funnels it out to Andre Palat. Hughes. Palat tried to center. That was broken up.
20 seconds left.
Chipped across, looking for Tatar. Stolen away by Picolzin, and here come the Oilers. New Jersey too selective there. Shoveled in by Brown, and a smart play, although Jake Allen was not flummoxed. He was able to hand that off quickly to Cody Glass.
Henley got killed.
The power play is over. The Oilers kill it off with ease. And New Jersey has just 2 shots in the first 12 minutes of this game. Pesce forced out wide. Brett Pesce will eventually backhand it down low to Glass. Remember, New Jersey had just 16 shots back in November. Managed to win the game 3-0 as Allen was perfect and Jesper Bratt had a goal and an assist. Pesce to Brandon Dillon. Bouchard able to knock it down. Here's McDavid and Draisaitl. Paired together 5-on-5 after the successful kill. Here's Draisaitl lost the handles. He tried to drag it to his forehand. Nurse down low. Draisaitl shrugged off the stick of Pesce. Nurse across to Bouchard. Net front presence is Hyman. Puck clattered off the glass. And
so now the ref is telling players to get out of the crease? It's not your job, ref. Not your job, referee.
He brought it to the forehand. He lost it. Now they come up ice again. McDavid breaks through one man. But not the second.
It's not your job to tell players where they can and cannot stand. I'm sorry.
New Jersey is second in the league in both goals against and
Oh,
save percentage.
2-hand slash on the hands don't get called though, eh, bud?
Draisaitl. Kasperi capping it. For a moment thought he had a step on Dumoulin. The veteran able to recover. Bastian protecting against Kulak. And the Devils eventually chip it through. Bastian. That's going to be interference against Max Jones, I believe. Penalty coming against.
You're calling another one?
With 6.5 to go in this first period, and for the second time tonight, New Jersey will be on the power play. McDavid to Draisaitl rolled off the toe of his blade, and now the Oilers in a scoreless game, shorthanded.
I already know who the refs are when I see number 11. Who interfered with who there? Who interfered with who there? So the guy that reaches in and tries to pull the Oiler player down, that's not a call?
Play in succession for the New Jersey Devils.
Cool.
Remember, they don't have Jack Hughes. Jersey got hurt.
As soon as I seen him, you saw number 11 was a ref.
First power play was ugly, but now
The Oilers are hooped.
Meyer in front. No one there to tap it home. New Jersey has seemed reluctant to
Hey, how's it
shoot.
going, Edmund?
Ty Emerson will take advantage and drive it up the right-hand side.
Their power play, though, they take the puck to the net a lot. They
Shots
look
are
for those
6-2
low plays
Edmonton.
around the
6
net,
minutes left to
backdoor,
go in the first
and they're an
period.
aggressive team
Devils'
taking the
second
puck to
power
the
play in a
blue
matter of
line.
5 minutes.
And you've seen it already in the first power play and now into this second one. The first chance was a pass right through
Interference,
the blue line. Hits
no
anything,
call.
has a chance to go in.
Meyer toward Heeshear.
Careful, Edmonton. Don't touch a Devil player. If they fall over, you're getting a penalty. Well, careful, Kapanen. You might get your stick in his skate. He'll fall over like a fucking sieve.
Here's Dawson Mercer, who drew the first goal. Angled off the boards, Luke Hughes, a shot, never made it through, but Golson blocked it and then cleared back to center. 5:40 to go in the period, a minute left in the fifth, and Max Jones for interference.
1 minute left to go in the power play.
Hughes. Heeshear. He'll take it to the net. Cross ice. Settled.
Referee just told the Oilers player to watch your cross check. Watch your slashes.
Skinner, the rebound, dribbled wide and pounded around the boards.
Referee just told the Oilers player watch the slashes.
Yeah, good defending around the net. Right
He
there.
hit him one time on the bottom half of his stick, and he was warned to watch his slashes.
And not facing towards their netminder and just a
Yeah, that's the type of game we're gonna have. We're gonna have referees tell us.
Edmonton spent half the season, the minors out on the power play for Sheldon Keefe's Devils.
Joke, man.
Final 20 seconds as New Jersey comes up ice. Cody Glass. Lead pass on the wing to Tar. Shot off the rush, and that's in the clutches of Stewart.
10 seconds left to go in the power play for New Jersey.
Good save by
Nothing
Stuart
score.
Skinner. Tatar down the left-hand side. Here's Bratton again. Look at the traffic around him. This little redirect.
Funny how you told Zach Hyman watch the crease, but here's New Jersey Devil player standing right where Hyman was standing. Not a word to them. Not a word.
4 shots for the New Jersey Devils. This is deep into the second power play. Or sorry,
It's a good time to be alive. Yeah, I heard it was a really great game. That's another player that they might call up at the playoff roster.
Have gone through, but for the most part, solid penalty killing.
Tatar wins the face-off from Henry. Pesci. Swung to Tatar. Slide step, shot, deflected. Oilers have been in the lane tonight. And Adam Henrique tosses it back toward the blue line as Edmonton comes back at full strength. Killing shot got through, and then the rebound was blocked. Again, right on cue, another key block shot for the Oilers in this first period. Wristed down deep by
Damn.
And now you'll see McDavid and Draisaitl reunited at 5-on-5 with Hyman, fresh off the kill. Bouchard to McDavid. Checked by Pesci. Thrust down the right-hand side by Lazar, and they're going to wave off icing as Jake Wallman collects at the goal line.
Lazar dumps the puck from his blue line. They wave off icing because I feel like Wallman could have skated to it. What a fucking joke.
Challenge Kovacevic. Lost it, and then Kovacevic lost it. Hyman to McDavid in front. Stuff play a couple of times. Draisaitl and then Hyman. Both.
There's an elbow!
By Jake Allen.
My God, referee, you're staring right at the fucking play! Draisaitl gets elbowed in the face!
Wants right now, top players against the Devils, de facto fourth line, but as Louis mentioned, Lazar a solid positional player. And
Kelly Sutherland, you fucking hack.
second decade in the
You
league.
old fucking piece of shit. Go join the chuck wagon races with your rest of your fucking family.
And that's why they weren't rushing to get off the ice on that loaded.
Your brother, your uncle, and your grandpa are all chuck wagon drivers for a reason.
Draisaitl
You
put it
fucking hack.
taken away by Paul Carter and now regrouping. Brad.
And Paul Carter, a big part of that too. Was a healthy scratch a couple games ago. Came back, scored a goal last game versus Columbus, and he's a big part of that fourth line and that checking line role that Keefe wants him to have. Physical, can make a play, and also score.
Jake Allen fires it up the gut. Hall is there. Creates space for Mercer. His shot misses. Rebound Arvidsson. Up to Jeff Skinner. Tried to go right side for Kapanen. That wasn't there. That was a bit of a miscommunication in their own zone. Skinner putting pressure on. Hughes trying to withstand pressure from Arvidsson. Adam Henrique, the center on this line, and now the Devils lead pass creates a 2-on-1. He's here to the net, denied by Skinner. Pestered from behind at the last moment by Ty Emberson. Nason follows it up. Heishier borrowed in there, grabbed possession from Kulak.
2 minutes left to go in the first period. Devils are 0 for 2 on the power play. Oilers couldn't get a sniff if they tried.
Forces it back. Emberson up the left-hand side, and Skinner makes sure to.
Shots are 7-6 Edmonton.
Dumoulin to Kovacevic.
Oh yeah, Diane. He's related to those Sutherlands.
Be careful not to take a too many men on the ice penalty there. Settled by Podkolzin and left for Bouchard. Return to Podkolzin. Down the middle, knocked off the stick. And here comes Nathan Bastian with 100 seconds to go in this scoreless first period. Bastian threw it around the boards, no one home. Hughes had changed onto the ice yet. And now you've got Connor Brown with McDavid and Bouchard and shot off the post.
Bouchard rings one off the crossbar. Hey, post counter tonight, guys. One already for the Oilers.
Bouchard just missed, having back-to-back goals. McDavid snaps it in. Scored his first on the.
It's also Darnell Nurse's 700th career NHL game. Huge congratulations to Nurse. 1 minute left to play in the first period. 1 minute remaining in the first period.
Nugent Hopkins launching ahead, looking for Hyman. Brendan Dillon scrambles over to make a play on it. Hyman lost his stick, and then Nugent Hopkins with a quick steal, heading for the net. Nugent Hopkins circling. They'll play it onto the stick. Eventually of Darnell Nurse. McDavid hovering close by, and he'll pick it up behind the Devils' net.
Wow.
Send it back to Nurse. Mishandled. McDavid needs to come off.
25 seconds left to go in the first period.
And a poke check by Cody Glass creates a turnover and a lob in from Eric Holland. Glass and Holland in against Nurse and Kulak. The puck dislodged, and now you've got Nugent Hopkins who will fire it up the right-hand side for Arvidsson with Draisaitl through one man. Draisaitl pulls up. Here's a drive, and that missed. Onto the ice and belting that one wide. Corey
5,
now tries to center.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's the fucking period. Scoreless opening 20 minutes, but not for the lack of trying by the referees to get New Jersey that first goal of the game. Yep, there's lots of recent news about Evander Kane. He will ready at April 17th, I think. Night 1 is for the Edmonton Oilers. Depending on where they finish in the standings, I think it'll be night 1 against the Minnesota Wild. Games on the schedule tonight, folks. 9. Panthers 1, Maple Leafs 1. 17 minutes left to go in the second period. 19 minutes left to go in the second period. Bruins 1, Senators 4. Halfway through the second period. Lightning 2, Flyers 1. Halfway through the second period. The Penguins 2. The Blues nothing. Despite the Blues taking 21 shots to the Penguins 7. 2-0. Golden Knights 2, Blue Jackets nothing. Oilers nothing after one. That game was also halfway through the second period. Just starting. Wild Rangers. Games yet to be underway. Capitals Kings. Blackhawks Sharks. I will pay attention to that Capitals Kings game just because I want the Kings up. By the way, these guys are wondering if the Kings go in that game. 14-6 for Columbus was the shots in the period. I had the Ritz song playing too loud. Yeah, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I apologize. Maybe you guys need me now. Anywho's, hopefully you guys did hear what I was saying. If not, I apologize for nutting. Yeah, let's go to the lobby and get some concessions. There's some popcorn, some hot dog. You couldn't hear me? Can you hear me now? Do I want to redo the recap? Y'all suck some ass. No, sure. Yeah, I didn't realize the Ritz was that loud. I can't hear anything that goes on. Maybe I need to fix that so that I can hear, but then it'd be feedback of me and they all, you know what I mean? All right, I'll redo the whole out-of-town scoreboard. Just because y'all are so nice. You ask so nicely. Sucks for you guys. 15 minutes left to go in the second period. 1-1 Panthers Maple Leafs. The halfway through the second period as well. The Bruins 1, the Senators 4. With 10 minutes left to go in the second period as well. The Lightning 2, the Philadelphia Flyers 1. 11 minutes left to go in the second period. The Blues nothing despite taking 22 shots to Pittsburgh 7. Penguins 2, Blues nothing. Halfway through the second period as well. Golden Knights 2, Blue Jackets nothing. Blue Jackets have had 3 power plays. The Golden Knights have had 1. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. In New Jersey, where we're watching from, the Oilers and the Devils 0-0 after 1, despite the referees helping them get 2 power plays. Shots are 7-6 for the Oilers. In Minnesota, the game just got underway. Nothing. Rangers Wild. Games yet to be played. Washington's in LA. Chicago's in San Jose. I will be watching the Capital Kings game with full intention. Why? Because that is a team we need to keep below us. They're not on the level as we are. They're not even on the level below me. All right, so you guys are wondering what I was talking about and who I was talking to when I was suggesting, hey, maybe you can... Yes, Evander Kane will be back April 17th. Against Minnesota, the first game in the playoffs. Why, Matt? Why is the Oilers playing Minnesota round 1, game 1? Well, I will tell you why. The Oilers have a very convoluted schedule coming up. A lot of Pacific Division games. They don't need to win every game from here on out. They just have to win. So these are have to wins. I was talking to somebody and I said, can I be GM for a second? And he's like, you can be GM whenever you want to be. Doesn't mean it's going to make your opinion right. I said, no, touche, fair point. To be fair, the Oilers have a game March 22nd against Seattle. That's a must win. They have a game September 27th against Seattle. That's a must win, so that's 4 points. Oilers are down by 5 points to Vegas right now. Assuming they win this game and Vegas wins their game, still 5-point gap. Oilers are going to win tomorrow against Long Island. They're beating the Rangers. That's 4. They're down by 1 point, right? Okay. Now that you're with me, you got it understood. There's 9 games the Oilers have to win. The 22nd against Seattle, the 27th against Seattle, the 29th against Calgary, the 1st against Vegas, the 3rd against San Jose, the 5th against LA, the 11th against San Jose, the 14th against LA, and the season finale April 16th against San Jose. Those are must-win games. You win those games and win a few here or there in between then and then. You win those games, you've pretty much got the Pacific Division in hand. Obviously, you need Vegas to lose 3 games. Vegas loses 3 games, not including the one against us on April 1st. And the Oilers are your Pacific Division champions. They just have to win those 9 games. Those are the must-wins. They don't have to run the table and win every game here on out. They can lose, but the must-win games they have to win if they have a shot at winning the Pacific Division and not facing anybody named LA. You lose even one of these 9 games that are must-wins that I told you about, your first-round opponent will be LA April 18th in Edmonton. But again, first-round opponent will be LA. You win these games that I was talking about, your first-round opponent will be April 19th against Minnesota. It's a tough division to win. You guys got to remember, it wasn't always the Pacific Division. And the Oilers had really tough competition in the division we were in. We were in the same division. I think we were in the same division as Winnipeg was when Winnipeg was like a crazy good team in the 90s. We forget how good Winnipeg was in the 90s. I think we also had Detroit in our division. Dallas was in our division. So we were always runner-up. Like, people act like we sucked. People act like we sucked as a team because we didn't win the division. No, we were always second or third. We were never bad. We weren't bad until the Decade of Darkness, and then we were trash. But we were always that mid pack. We were always second, third, or fourth. Couldn't get that first place for the life of us. It was always Dallas, Detroit, Winnipeg, a few years of Calgary. But for the most part, it was Dallas, Detroit, and Winnipeg. And then Detroit went out east, and we got this Pacific Division bull crap. But yeah, it's winning divisions is overrated. It's just a banner in your stadium, but who needs another banner? Apparently Vancouver did. And their banner doesn't even look very good, to be honest with you. Yeah, that would have been nice. Unfortunately, we had a team called Toronto that kind of stacked up their team pretty nicely. Again, fake banner, fake trophy for Tampa. Did I say that out loud? Was that my indoor voice out loud? Well, like I said, guys, this game's far from over. Oilers just need to not hit a post, maybe get a power play. I mean, it's not like our power play is any good anyway. All we're going to do is pass it around the perimeter. Again, my indoor voice out loud. You're not wrong. I don't understand that. I don't understand how them and Winnipeg are so good in situations like regular seasons and then just so ass when it matters. The rest of the stats, if you guys were wondering, face-off percentage was 50-50. Hits was 6-2 for the Oilers. Block shots 8-2 for the Oilers. Giveaways 7-3. Oilers have 7 giveaways, and the Jersey Devils have 3. Takeaways 1 by the Oilers. Again, Jersey won Game 1 of this series 3-0 in November. And if memory serves me correctly, which I know it does because I remember silly things like this, that night, the Oilers had, I think they had like 10 forwards. Picard played net. They had 10 forwards and 7 defense. McDavid wasn't in the lineup that night. I think McDavid wasn't there, and somebody else really important wasn't there either. There was somebody else that we didn't have that night. I want to say it was like Kapanen. I don't know. There was another big name player that plays regularly that wasn't in the lineup that night. I think that was the game where he had to call up Derek Ryan. We still had Derek Ryan in the lineup. Noah Philp got called up. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be completely non-factual and just talking on my arse. I mean, what else is new? You guys are used to me talking on my a-hole. You know what? You're not wrong, man. Like, you're not wrong, Nick. Like, the way that our power play was clicking at such a prolific rate for almost 3 years, it was unsustainable. But the fact that they're not getting very many power plays, like what? I think I read somewhere they're getting 1 power play every 5 games. And they're taking 4 power plays. Like, they're averaging out, they're taking 2 power plays, 2 penalties a game. You're not wrong, CLAU. You're not wrong. That's why I laugh when Winnipeg is like, yeah, we're the best regular season team. Yup, you are. But that President's Trophy leans heavy on people's heads. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I don't want her and you can keep her. I don't want that bad luck charm in my face. Anywho's these guys, I'm going to enjoy some chocolates. You're not wrong, Nick. But it's like, what's his nuts that just recently retired? Van Hassenhoven or whatever his name is. He was asked, no, not that. He's now on Twitter. The guy's on Twitter. Tim Peel. Or whatever his name is. He's on Twitter quite a bit, and he's asked and been asked a lot, why don't you call penalties every time McDavid gets slashed or hooked or hauled down? And you know what his answer was? We can't call everything. Because if we called everything, the Oilers would be on a power play every 2 minutes. For every 2 minutes of game time, they'd be on a 2-minute power play. So what? And my answer to him, and I've tweeted him and I've had discussions with him on the Twitter webs. So what? Maybe if we called this thing called a rule book, the players would adjust to what a penalty is. Ooh, Panago pizza. Yeah, no. When I eat like sloppy foods, jersey comes off. This jersey will not get a mark on it. I promise you, Dad. But yeah, like, my argument to him was, well, why don't the refs, and I don't care. Like, I gave him the prime example. I said, I'm an Oilers fan, obviously, but my account on Twitter is OilersFanReaction. I don't care if the Oilers are in the penalty box for 10 minutes straight because they hook somebody, slash somebody, punch somebody, elbow somebody, knock somebody over, cross-check. If a penalty is a penalty is a penalty, either the players will adjust to being in the box and get called for everything, or they won't play in the NHL. Like we got rid of the enforcer, we've now made sure that our fourth line guys at least know how to skate crossovers. Right? Our fourth line players at least know how to skate forwards. Whereas back in the day, an enforcer didn't even know how to skate. You're not wrong. And that's the best thing I do like about Peel, is he was actually willing to have a bunch of conversations with people. As long as you kept it respectful with him and you didn't just say, hey, Tim, you're a piece of shit and you suck at your job. As long as you weren't like that, he had time of day for you. We are underway in the second period.
Men and families.
Gene, I don't know about you, but did you get flashbacks on that goal celebration?
3-0 Vegas.
It looked a lot like the one he pulled off.
Oilers need to win
in
this
Game
game.
5 against Edmonton in a certain playoff series. Sodded by Brendan Dillon. Corey Perry hasn't really changed up the goal celebration in 20 years. And why would you, Louis? Yeah. 443 of them shot off. Did that go off the crossbar?
No, it went off Skinner's helmet.
Skinner that kind of handcuffed.
It went off his helmet. What are you talking
Handles
about?
the drive from Dillon routinely.
Let's go.
Devils officially credited with just 5 first-period shots on net. Let's take a look at this initial offering from Cody Glass.
Catches him right in the face shield.
Yeah, caught him on the headgear.
Once he's kind of set in that position, doesn't want to move, and takes that one off the grill. Little shake, and he's good to go.
Sometimes I swear Jack Michaels is just there for eye candy for the women that like chunky men. Evening, Epic. How's it going?
30 seconds into this second period. Draisaitl will have to do.
Draisaitl won the face-off, but he won it too cleanly. We got to kick him out of the face-off circle. What a fucking joke. Every fucking game, man.
2 years before that.
Now New Jersey has full control of the puck in the Oilers zone because, heaven forbid, Draisaitl's a better face-off guy than the guy he's going up against. Fucking linesman, man.
Even though they're 29th in the league standings since December the 29th. Lead pass, Victor Arvidsson drags to the middle, a shot off the rush, a save, a rebound, available, but taken by Tatar. Bouchard back defensively. Tatar looking for Palat.
That's a call!
No, he did not. He did not. That's interference.
You fucking retard, 11!
To Leon Draisaitl, and will get whistled for an interference call that sets Edmonton up with its first power play of the night.
Little chirping from the New Jersey Devils bench on this one too.
No, that's a penalty going up against Draisaitl.
By Wallman to receive that pass from Draisaitl up the ice. He drives right to the net, has one little chunk, and then Skinner in tight, trying to shovel that one home. Here's the little bit of a pick. You can see Draisaitl's trying to swim by him, and he just kind of extends the elbow out a little bit and takes down Draisaitl. They felt
Why did he take Draisaitl? He was going to take Draisaitl to the box.
Was interference.
So it's a play Alberta.
I tell you what.
Pure play with 400 plus casino games and 100.
He was going to take Draisaitl to the box, and the referee's like, no, it wasn't Draisaitl. It was Tatar. Oh, my stars. Sutherland, you're bad at your job. You want to talk about Tim Peel being bad at his job? Fuck me. What do you mean, Octavius? There's no fix. Oh, Draisaitl almost hit a cheeky monkey move. Oilers got, scored here. No, McDavid just looking for Draisaitl backdoor all the time, every time. Do something different, Connor. And the puck goes down the ice. Why? Because the Oilers do the same thing. Nah, that's not in for the Oilers to lose. If the Oilers lose, it's their own damn doing. I will never be that guy that says there's a fix to have the Oilers lose. The Oilers lose themselves by giveaways, turnovers, and bad goaltending. McDavid looking for Hyman backdoor instead of shooting the fucking puck. I swear to God. How do you go from scoring 60-something goals a year to I want to pass the puck in the net every time? How do you go from shooting 375 times to barely getting 50 shots a year? It boggles my mind how good this player could be if he just shot the puck more.
He kind of lessens the blow by ducking. If he would
Arg.
up on that,
1 minute left to go on the power play for the Oilers. Shot to 10-7 for the Oilers. Nothing score. 17:51 left to go in the second period.
But you know what I mean?
The first second.
There, it becomes a hard bounce off for the puck, but because he kind of softens it going.
And face-off lost. Down the ice it goes. No, there's no fix on Oilers to lose. I'm not that guy. I'm not that conspiracy guy. I think the Oilers lose pretty well on their own. They don't need help in that department.
Ships it back to Nurse. We've seen this a couple times recently. Nurse, McDavid across.
Nurse to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl in his skate because, you know.
Came through to Corey Perry. On to McDavid. Still 20 seconds on the man advantage. Nurse gives it back to McDavid.
Nothing worth getting excited over when everything is passed and on the perimeter.
Shooting. Save made by Allen. Rebound available. Shot wide by Wallman.
Wallman shoots the puck wide. That would have been something, eh?
Nurse. One-timer Wallman. And a
Wallman shoots the puck. Wow.
Rebound. Shoveled out. Tatar's out of the box. With Heishier over the line. The trailer is huge. A shot. A save. Skinner. Rebound. And that was the
And Nurse blocks the shot.
Edmonton had 8 block shots.
Oh, no, I know. I get the joke. I like it. No, I know what you're saying, though. There are some guys out there that are Oiler fans that think that the world is out to beat the Oilers. The Oilers do a good enough job beating themselves. Like, they don't need any... Like, I do think that Gary Bettman doesn't like Canadian teams, and he'd much rather poke his eyes out and lay on a bed of nails than have a Canadian team win a cup, but that's a completely different story for a different time. Has everything to do with revenue in the NHL.
Late recovery. Emerson stepped up to maintain the zone, albeit momentarily. Cotter dug it off the half.
You're not wrong, Nick. It definitely is a death by 1,000 cuts. Icing against the Oilers at 16 minutes left to go in the second period. Oh, that's odd. But it's good that you can joke about it, right? Like, I think it's good that we as Oiler fans can joke about it.
The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Barbershop. You're not supposed to know such news.
Every kid deserves a shot initiative, inspiring kids across our country through the power and spirit of hockey. $110,875 is the pot, and it's climbing the back.
Rebound banged home. The Devils take the lead. Pesci wandering down low, picked up the loose change, and New Jersey takes a 1-0 lead on Pesci's third of the season. And this puck set around. This is a good save by Stuart Skinner to start things off. The shot that gets through. A lot of traffic. It bounces around, catches the left pad. But almost a distraction of the battle in front of him. He loses sight of this puck. Where is it? It gets shoved over. I don't know if that was Howard that does that. In tight or who it was. But this puck eventually gets pushed off to the right-hand side, and Pesci, the defenseman, right down in the play, chips it home.
Skinner makes the first 2 saves, and nobody's there to help him the fuck out. Again, the centerman gets thrown out of the face-off dot, so the winger has to take a draw against the centerman on the other side. The linesmen in this league are fucking jokes when it comes to face-offs.
Here's Corey Perry on to Darnell Nurse. He'll fire it in deep.
That's not offside, you stupid tit. As I say, linesmen in this league are a joke. That wasn't offside. The guy dragged his foot.
We just saw a bunch of scrambles around Allen in front of that blue paint. Puck that was sitting there for a second, couldn't come up for grabs. How was the one that wins his face-off? Hughes back for the one-timer.
Paula goes and pushes the Oilers defenseman. Kind of a cross-check in a way, but it's okay. Play hard in front of your net. You're a defenseman. Play harder.
Skinner can't find that loose puck. He makes the first save, though, with the left pad through all that traffic.
You're not wrong, Epic. You're not wrong.
But then just
our power play is hurting us.
At the other end, Jersey did. They were able to find those loose pucks around their goaltender and clear them out of his way.
Skinner works it up the left.
The Oilers' power play is hurting the Oilers right now.
Icing will be whistled against Edmonton. Paula and Brad, as Louis indicated,
I don't get where it went.
On the scoring play, and Jesper Brad, one thing we know, Louis, is he shows up against Edmonton. That's now 14 points for Brad in 12 career games against the Oilers.
He's having another terrific season, and he's looking to knock off his career high he set last year in points. 73 points or more in each of the last 4 seasons, including this one.
He's one of the more underrated players in the league, quite frankly.
Well, in his first 4 years, 35 was his career high, 35 points, and then all of a sudden he exploded for 73 points, and he's never looked back.
Heishier, a backhand flick in front, and Mason just couldn't finish. Well covered by Nurse. Shot from the point.
What do you mean? I don't understand the Skinner hate, though. Guy just made 2 amazing saves, and the puck is laying there for somebody in a white jersey to pick the fucking thing up, and they didn't.
He still is in the league, but I think people are catching on pretty quickly. Speedy, fast, and makes plays, and this is just a hard around.
You got to create your own luck, Epic. I'll be honest with you. You got to create your own luck.
Skinner has to make a nice save with the glove.
And if you're unwilling to drive the net, you're unwilling to play in the tough areas, you're not going to get those lucky bounces.
Then did, and Pesci able to collect in his own zone. Meyer did not get a puck touch, and that's going to be an icing call.
Like, I will be a firm component in that. If you are not willing to play the greasy areas, you're not going to get those bounces. You're not going to get that lucky goal. You're not going to get that bounce off a face or off a body that goes to somebody else's stick. Oilers are a perimeter team right now. I don't like it, but they are. They're playing not to get hurt, and I hate it. I hate this play style that they have right now. I hate the fact that they're playing not to get hurt. Right here. Why isn't Draisaitl attacking that defenseman?
Draisaitl out there with McDavid and Hyman, an ozone draw. This is going to be another icing call against the Devils. This time.
Why isn't Draisaitl attacking that defenseman? He backed away from him. Close that gap. You're a fucking huge human being. I've seen you in real life. I've shaken your hand. You're a big ass mother, you know what. Yeah, I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that. I want Hyman and Hopkins off the power play, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I mean, Cody Glass was acquired to fill in that center role, and he's done a pretty nice job in the few games that he's played. But that's a huge role with Jack Hughes out of the lineup, obviously.
I want Hyman and Hopkins off the freaking power play. They haven't done nothing all year.
Offensively as well. Siegenthaler is one of those guys we don't talk about enough. He's a glue guy, and Dumoulin is brought in to kind of fill that hole. So they've patched it up the best that they can.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. You're right, though. Gullickson's not going to do that.
Whereas if you have Jack Hughes,
got to get your players in there. Shots are 13-10 for the Oilers, 1-0 New Jersey. 13:49 left to go in the second period. Oh, by the way, the Oilers play tomorrow night on Long Island against the Islanders.
Nugent Hopkins battling, eventually taken away and cleared. Kovacevic back through center.
He might be. If the Oilers don't advance to at least the third round in this playoffs, you're going to see a lot of roster change and a lot of coaching changes. Knobloch's safe, but the rest of the staff. Knobloch and Coffey are safe, but everybody else I think is gone, including our goalie coach. This goalie coach can only last so long having failed goalies. After failed goalies, after failed goalies.
Chris Knobloch elects to do with his lines moving forward in this game, considering, again, they're on Long Island tomorrow.
It's coming, though. Barbershop, it's coming. That's the sad part about this entire situation.
Right in front of the Devils bench. Brown able to nudge it in. 3, closing quickly. Devils force it back up ice. Carter played in by Bastian and pursued by Lazar against Troy Stetcher. Lazar looking to extract his stick. He does. Hard rim around the boards. Dumoulin on a pair of cups in Pittsburgh. Cycle broken up by Stetcher. Dumoulin pinching down the left-hand side. Bastian to Cotter. And then Dumoulin swings it around this time. Pesci blasted by Podkolzin. Nurse comes over to guide it back to Stetcher. And with a dozen minutes to go in the period, it's cleared through the right-hand side. No icing here as Dumoulin could have played that puck. Podkolzin token pressure. Pesci whistles it ahead.
You're an idiot for saying that. I'm sorry, but you're dumb. Even if they get bounced in the first round, Knobloch is safe, man.
Cody Glass getting another chance.
If they're not getting bounced in the first round, like, I can't stand guys like you that say stupid shit like that. Like, it's just stupid shit like that that gets me mad. I'm sorry, but it's the stupid shit like that that makes me mad. Oilers are getting bounced in the first round. Dude, they've got 7 guys in their lineup that will be there game 1, night 1 of playoffs, not in their fucking lineup right now. 7 guys that are in their lineup, night 1, not in their lineup right now. Getting bounced in round 1. Oy. You're not going to see Janmark in the playoffs. No. I'm calling it like I'm seeing it, guys. Anybody that says this team is not going to make the playoffs and this team is going to get bounced in round 1 clearly has no idea what is going on with the Oilers right now. They're missing Ekholm. They're missing Klingberg. They're missing Friedrich. They're missing Nurse. Derek Ryan will be in the lineup. Savoy will be in the lineup. Guys, we're not going to see Janmark. We're not going to see Kapanen. We're not going to see... We probably might not even see Henrique, to be honest with you. Connor Brown might not even be in this lineup either. I'm just saying, man, you'll see that this team is playing not to get hurt. This team is playing not to get hurt right now. And I hate that they're playing this way. Yeah, you will. Oh, my God. All right. I'm going to keep my mouth shut now. You're right, Jodes. Kane's not showing up for the rest of the year. He's out till next season.
Good ride and why Edmonton was such a powerhouse team last year.
And similar to the year prior, it was a 4-goal third period. Remember, the year prior it was in Madison Square Garden. Last year it was in this building.
Yes, he is.
Shot from Dillon up top, stopped by Skinner.
But Ekholm is not. Klingberg is not. 2 guys that will be on the opening night roster for the playoffs.
Shot kicked out by Jake Allen. Jabbed out by Dillon, creates a 2-on-1. Brad with Holland, Brad to Holland, wrist shot.
Huge save by Stuart Skinner, but yeah. Let's say he's the fucking problem.
Dylan to Nemitz, weaving, shooting, block shot, and then Bratt was drilled by Nugent Hopkins and forced to the ice surface.
The problem with this team is their lack of depth scoring and their lack of offensive prowess by guys not named Draisaitl. And I'm throwing McDavid under the bus too.
You gotta mark that one down halfway through this hockey game. Could have been 2-0 New Jersey.
No, they won't be. No, and I hate that they're playing like this. They're playing not to get hurt. I don't like it.
Now Meyer is on the puck. Out to Pesci. The only man to score. See, we've got McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman already 5-on-5 here, Louis. Might be rest of the way. Meyer will shovel it down low. I think Chris Knobloch isn't waiting.
Right, Nick? How about that lateral movement by 74?
McDavid. Lead pass. Darnell Nurse dragging the foot was Hyman to keep the play onside. Chipped out safely. Overrunning the play was Meyer. Here's McDavid to Draisaitl.
Draisaitl scores! Take a shot, you score a goal! Take a shot, you score a goal!
His league-leading
47th of the year.
What a sequence of events here for Edmonton, and it was the huge save by Stuart Skinner. It was Bouchard up in the road, up in the...
And as I continue, you know they getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really value my Lord. To me, learning is just like a boy. Anything time, it's all good. Let me jump in and sing in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little.
Joe, I will answer that right now. That is a great question. Because I know the answer to that question.
Well, he didn't have to remember too long about the save. A lot of shot. Another save, Skinner, and the rebound.
Skinner standing on his head again. There we go, boys. There we go.
Still stick that one in his hip pocket with 9:40 to go in the second period.
Okay, Joe, I will answer this question for you. And the only reason why I can answer it is because I've seen Kane through video. I haven't seen it first. Like I haven't gone to the arena myself. Kane has been on the ice with the non-roster players for about 2 months now, give or take a week. He was asked politely, nonchalantly, to hold off coming back until playoffs so that we could go get Friedrich, we could go get Jones, we could go get Wallman. And if the deal came about for Rantanen, Besser, I don't want to say too many names and have people get mad at me, Markstrom and Demko. Those are 4 names that I know that the Oilers went hard to get. Demko, Besser, Rantanen, and Markstrom. 4 names the Oilers tried to get with the LTIR money that Kane had. Obviously, you'd have to trade a roster player to get some of those. The Oilers were willing to do it. Vancouver was not willing to get rid of Besser for anything less than a first-round pick and a roster player. Obviously, the Oilers didn't have the first-round pick to give. And I'm going to be honest. If Kane doesn't say, okay, I will stay on LTIR, we don't get Wallman. We don't get Frederick even at 75% retained. We don't get Max Jones.
To it first, and Draisaitl buries his
So
47th of the year to
I'm glad he's skating, and I'm glad he's fine.
David provides the primary helper on Draisaitl's 47th of the season.
I'm biting my tongue on that, Barbershop, because
Back-to-back games without a goal for the first time since January, Louis.
it was rumored that that was part of the deal, but Vancouver wanted the first-round pick. That was the ask for Brock Lesnar. Not Brock Lesnar, but Brock Nelson. Not Brock Besser. Man, I gotta stop watching wrestling. Brock Besser. The ask was a player and a first-round pick. Not one or the other. They wanted both. For Demko, it would have cost a 3rd or 4th round pick and a player, but again, Vancouver was unwilling to trade Gibson due to us being a division rival and a team that we could possibly place in the playoffs. Vancouver still believes that they're a playoff team, guys. They still believe wholeheartedly that they're making the playoffs this year, and I hope they do. I hope they do. because they're in, Calgary's not.
Top lines.
Hughes, a shot whistle line on the Draisaitl goal save on Foods is giving away their first prize.
Draisaitl assisted by
Hughes
McDavid.
is not every first-round pick has to be a goal scorer. I mean,
And
Chris
Kulak.
Lazar doesn't quite have the accomplishments, but I mean, he's been a bit of a Trevor Lewis type player.
Yeah.
Here's Nico Hischier.
Of course, Pesci scores
Inside
for New
for
Jersey.
Meyer. Sometimes you have to be lucky in terms of the team you land.
He should be an Oiler if I'm being completely honest, but
Here's Luke Hughes forcing it down low.
the Oilers fumbled that trade with
Spun
Columbus.
down. Up the left-hand side, you've got Draisaitl.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Against Pesci, but the Devils
He could steal them a game,
And now a burst.
but you still need to score a goal.
Cody Glass
You still need to score 3 goals, 2 goals.
Hughes fired it up the middle. That was intercepted.
Hit with a high
We
stick.
have too many men against Edmonton.
That's what they're looking at here. I didn't think it was, though.
Well, they're going to confirm. The initial call, I think, was too many men.
I mean, on first look,
Right?
That's exactly what it is. Time 12:09.
who's the linesman that called it? And I gotta tell you, I thought that it was clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but he's not off the bench. He's not on the bench yet. A little bit of a slower. It was the player coming off the bench, Jones, that jumps in and intercepts that puck. It was a good defensive play, and I think he has.
Too many men on the ice for the Oilers. That's self-inflicted wounds, guys.
Hischier.
Close. Could have been a little quicker getting off.
Luke Hughes. To Brad across.
That's what we mean.
Defending along with
That's what we mean by self-inflicted wounds with this Oilers team. Yeah, Brock, Diaz, or Lesnar, absolutely. That guy would need like triple XL padding and size 18 skate. Make it happen. No, people forget how good Skinner was in the playoff run last year. But they remember that he was very bad against Vancouver. They'll be quick to point out his Vancouver stats, but they forget how good he was against Dallas and Florida.
New Jersey getting absolutely zero accomplished.
My name is Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. And I'm an advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship of the world, the Usos. I'm actually playing a lot of 2K for WWE. What a save by Stu Skinner! Power play save. Mark that one down. Write that one down. 10-bell save.
Got it with a blocker. Brad. Mason tried to go inside. Brett with another opportunity. 20 seconds on the man advantage. Emerson, Kulak, Nugent, Hopkins, and Brown out there for Edmonton. Mason out to Nemitz. His shot. And that was deflected. The Oilers getting in lanes all night. See the puck fly out of play with 6 minutes to go in the period and 10 seconds on the power play. Goaltender's got to be your best penalty.
Paul Heyman is the greatest manager of all time. We forget that Paul Heyman, under a different name, managed Mark Calloway. But I thought he doesn't have a left to right, guys. He doesn't move laterally.
But he makes the save. And it wasn't just one that hits him. He reacted.
They would have
back and was able to move to deny and tight.
Nuge definitely would have waived his no-trade movement clause to go play in BC with the Vancouver Canucks if they make the playoffs.
Because he pushed off so aggressively, he was able to get that midsection out there.
That's all he could do. I mean, he knew he was pretty much caught on the outside of the net, but he had to try.
You're not wrong. We've been getting a few of them, eh, Nick?
That effort makes a save.
McDavid and Draisaitl out there for the final 10 seconds.
Clown, you're not wrong. We've been getting a few too many men on the ice calls for the last 2 weeks. A few too many. Too many.
Have their top line out
Dry got kicked out again. Yep.
Successful kill.
Every time. It's almost like he puts his stick down half second too soon, and the ref thinks he's about to smack his fingers. Well, drop the puck.
Sheldon Keefe is fine with. Shot
Good save there by Skinner.
by Skinner against Pesci. And we
You
were
think
into-
Bobby the Brain is better than Paul Heyman? Interesting. Oh, well, as long as we can all agree that the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, was not one of the best. Is not like the best of best. He was good, but again, I still say Heyman was the best manager. He puts himself in the best position. I think the difference between Paul E. Dangerously, Paul Heyman, the difference between the two of them and what Bobby the Brain did is Bobby the Brain created superstars. Bobby brought in nobody people and made them somebodies. Whereas Paul, he aligns himself with already solidified superstars. Paul Heyman is an opportunist, whereas Bobby the Brain is the working man's manager. No way, guys. Favorite manager of all time? Sable. You're not wrong. Miss Elizabeth was great. That whole thing with Randy Savage and Rowdy Piper back in the day, that was cool. Paul Bearer, now that guy, man. He's legitimately going to be the next manager of Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's your next world heavyweight champion of the world. You guys came for a hockey stream and you're getting the WWE talk. I love it, guys. You guys are awesome. Like, again, I could talk about everything and anything you guys talk about. If I know a little bit, I will tell you it. If I know nothing, I will say, I'll look into that. I'll read a little bit up on that. We'll figure it out, right? Louis DeBrusque, a former London Knight from 1989 to 1990. Oh, Sable. Yeah, Molina's greater than Sable. Damn. I mean, back in the day, the women weren't there to be managers. They were there to be the eye candy, let's be honest. Rob Schremp. You're not good pull barbershop. Rob Schremp. Oh, greatest penalty shot taker and dangler of all time, Rob Schremp.
Looking for Holla, broken up by
I don't want Lucky Charms.
Jake Wallman.
I want Count Dracula. Some Cocoa Puffs.
Devils have outshot the Oilers, but Skinner's play.
Shots are 15-15, 4:55 left to go in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Jersey's 0 for 3 on the power play. Oilers are 0 for 1.
Surveying and shooting, right pass, a rebound.
Huge saves again by Skinner.
Got a tip on that Dumoulin shot.
He was right there, too. Yeah, Dumoulin.
I have to agree with you there, Octavius. I have to agree with you. Attitude era is greater than everything. Although the ruthless aggression era was pretty cool too. When John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and those type of guys first came in. That was a pretty cool era. But yeah, attitude era. Back in the day where you could say anything, do anything, be anything, and it was all above board. But I'm going to have to take my headset off because I got a gremlin that likes to grab things. I don't want it. It's not good luck no more. I'll be right back.
11-7 in the second period, but Edmonton.
I didn't forget. I purposely neglected it.
Hey, what else?
Brett Pesci on a loose rebound. Scoreless first period. Now passing in time. 4.5 to go. A lead pass for Nason and Skinner calling for icing rather, and he'll get it.
Speaking of WWE,
All in, all games, all season. Century Casino. Great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile Racetrack. Welcome to the Winner's Zone.
adrenaline is through the flow.
Tries Son McDavid. Hyman return for an offensive zone face-off.
She like
Jake Allen's right-hand side.
Cody
McDavid
Rhodes
back to
theme song
Nurse.
playing in New
Blast
Jersey.
Kulak and a save
That's
made
awesome.
by Jake Allen.
But she'll dance for
was 11-9-2 lifetime against the Oilers.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Keeping that shoulder low. Had some rough moments early in his career against Edmonton while he was with the St. Louis Blues.
I'm going to have to watch that on Netflix later.
Hyman hard to the net. Dorian forced wide.
What?
Kulak tried to center. That was broken up. Hughes gave the puck back to McDavid. And the Devils, fortunate to
3
get a
minutes
second
left to go
chance
in
to
the
clear.
second period.
Ishier
16
did, but gave it right back to
shots.
Draisaitl.
1-1 is the score. McDavid shot blocked.
It's effortlessly blocked by
I
Pesce.
still say the Oilers should have won and got Pesce.
So smooth out there, Brett Pesce. The stabilizing presence
You're
allows
right by it.
Luke Hughes to do the things he does. Younger brother of Jack, of course, Tatar streaking in. Skinner ahead of him, plays it in the corner for Ty Emerson. Tatar working him over. Dillon.
Yeah, I agree.
Work that puck free
I
from
agree.
Kapanen.
Do we want to get rid of that
Emerson
middle
to
meter? It
Kulak.
really doesn't show anything.
Fired across,
Hurt.
and now Emerson. Make sure to get it in deep. Allen calling signals over to Nemitz. He got hammered. Second-year pro coughs it up. Corey Perry back on it for Edmonton. Nemitz, to his credit, got back into play and swiped it from the 39-year-old. And now a big hit by Emerson on Tatar, but he got it in deep.
We can get rid of the middle meter and just have the NHL
Emerson
center ice thing. I don't mind that. We're going to do that for next week tomorrow night.
Curtis Lazar.
Don't stand. Don't stand on my shoulders. No, sit. Sit. Do not stand.
Shot batted down by Kapanen.
Finish your one round and then we're going
Well,
upstairs.
there's better performances in terms of block shots all year long. Timeliness.
Go. Skate.
Perry hoists it inside the Devils line.
You take that.
Retrieved by Cotter.
It's good to get the lane to you, right? And just that tight checking. The Devils are a quick team. They pass it around. They're around the world. Their defense are activating. And Edmonton has to be thinking on the spot in the defensive zone. And you lapse for 1 second, it's going to be a great chance against if they've been dialed in. Gotten in front of a lot of shots, and when they have got through Stuart Skinner's done.
Bouchard's shot does not reach the net. He's able to pick up his stick on the fly and receive a pass from Nugent Hopkins. Another shot deflected high up on the plexi.
We're going to go by
Steered out to Wallman.
train.
Bouchard
fit that
poking
track
stick.
totally.
Brad doesn't have lumber.
Easter
Here's a
is coming.
chance. Wallman and has it deflect out.
And that's up in the
break
play.
for the Devils with 1:32 to go in the second period of the game, still tied.
Big break. And, you know, it was Brad whose stick was evaporated on that chance, and a good job by McDavid and Bouchard to kind of 2-on-1 them high in the zone. And that allows them to navigate. So here's a shot. It blows up the stick of Brad on that one. Good recovery by Puck. Pulls him right back into the mix. And then here it is. Sorry, it's Nugent Hopkins, not McDavid. With a nice little give and go through. Brad, who doesn't have a stick, can't defend it. And that shot deflected up over top of the glass. But they catch a break with that one hitting the mesh and a whistle coming to the right of Allen.
Draisaitl and McDavid on the ice together again. McDavid, by the way, with an assist on that Draisaitl goal. He has now been on the score sheet every time he's played Jersey. 16 consecutive games.
He's bad.
And you're thinking, well, wait a minute. Edmonton was shut out by Jersey back in
Oilers are
the
bad?
McDavid didn't play in that game.
Listen.
I know, it's 3-0. The Oilers outshot the Devils 31-16 without
You
McDavid.
fake it now.
Beat Allen.
Oh, you fake. You fake these now.
Already 13 blocks
I said
tonight
bless you twice.
for Edmonton, one
Or
off
the
the
Ghosts.
season average, and we've still got 21 minutes left in this game.
What
Nurse
did
to
that happen?
McDavid. One
Tell me more
into the
stories.
offensive zone.
Yeah, good
Pesce
enough.
trying to seal Hyman off that puck. Draisaitl takes a pass from McDavid.
Oh, McDavid tried to pass it back to Nurse.
And Skinner
50 seconds left to go in the second period. 1-1 hockey game. 17-16 shots for Jersey.
There's some
The
Kulak, two
goal
lefties
scored by
McDavid.
Pesce for New Jersey.
Pass
Draisaitl for
through to
Edmonton.
Draisaitl.
McDavid and
They
Kulak
line
with the
fling it
assist.
over for Zach Hyman. Got bowled over, but still made the play to Bouchard. Drag move around Palat. Then tried to center, broke it up. Palat didn't get enough on it to get it through to Tatar. Battle for the puck ensues. Failing to get it out, Kovacevic. What a great recovery he made.
18
Got it
seconds
over to Luke
left.
Hughes, and now the Devils will have a chance. Tatar will chip and charge. Tried to center. Did so, Kovacevic.
Don't get scored on here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Just get the puck down the ice. Thank you. 2 periods gone in Jersey. How about a jersey for the kiddo in the 3rd period? You know what, Nick? That doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. Which jersey do we want to put you in? We've got a bunch of jerseys for her to wear. We've got a Taylor Hall jersey. You want to wear a Taylor Hall jersey? No. What about a Sam Gagner jersey? You want to wear a Sam Gagner jersey? No. No? Just a blank jersey then? Okay, we'll find you a blank jersey. Any Hoosies? Out of town scoreboard, because we are now in the 2nd period. My long-winded speeches are coming. The Oilers are coming. The Oilers are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, children of all ages.
Start of the 3rd period, the Florida Panthers 3, the Maple Leafs 1. Starting the 3rd period, the Senators 5, the Bruins 3. Halfway through the 3rd period, 3-3, Lightning Flyers. Penguins 3, Blues 2, halfway through the 3rd. Halfway through the 3rd period as well, the Golden Knights 3, the Blue Jackets nothing. Never mind. The Penguins just scored to make it 4-2. After 2, Oilers 1, Devils 1. Halfway through the 2nd period, Rangers nothing, Wild nothing. Game's still yet to be underway. Washington's in LA. Chicago's in San Jose. Those games both start at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So 8:30 Mountain. 7:30 Pacific.
What?
9:30 Central.
Let's go get you a jersey. Let's leave these beautiful people and go get you a jersey, shall we? What jersey do you want to wear? What jersey? You tell me the jersey and I will find it for you. Well, I don't know what you want. Use your words. Use your words. Instead, we got her this one. What does this one say? Shall we show the people? The people! We got her the Comrie number 89, Mike Comrie. What's on the front, people? Does anybody remember this jersey? Does anybody remember this jersey? Yeah! It's the oil drop! The oil drop jersey! I kind of want one of these jerseys for myself, to be honest with you. Don't be kicking my keyboard! Who do you think you are? Tell me, who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You're not wrong. I like the low shot total, though. But let's do a deep dive into the stats, shells me. Why are kids so unpredictable with their flinging of the eyes and the fingers? It really is a great jersey. Yeah, you tell them. So the whole tail of the tape, 15-16 shots for New Jersey, 52-47 for the face-off dot in favor of the Oilers, 0 for 1 Oilers, 0 for 3 Jersey on the power play. Oh my God, man. Careful with those daggers. Hits are 14-9 for the Oilers. For a team that doesn't hit, they hit a lot. Block shots 14-7. Giveaways look better now. That period was way better. 12 for Jersey, 10 for the Oilers, 3 takeaways for the Oilers, and 2 takeaways for Jersey. Oh, once or twice. See, that's her favorite thing to do. I just don't react when she does, because then I don't get the laughter. I don't get that hee hee. And the do it again, do it again. Yeah. Remember, folks, the Oilers have a game again tomorrow night at 5 on Long Island. Really? Tell me again. How do you feel? Do we gotta roll these up? Is this jersey too big for you? We're gonna roll up the sleeves. We're gonna roll up the Nike. I forgot that Nike made these jerseys. I forgot this was the time when Nike was NHL product for jersey maker. I mean, Bauer's pretty much Nike anyway. What? Oh, you don't like it. You get mad that your fingers aren't showing, and then you get mad that I roll your arms up. You want to fight? Yeah? Duh. You want to fight? You want to drop the mittens? You want to drop the mittens with the kittens? Really? You want to go? You get the first 10 punches. You get the first 100. Okay? You can swing 100 times. Hi. Hi. You're not supposed to be squirming. Can I get my baby back? Can I get my baby back that would just lay in my arms and cool, sleep, sleep, sleep. Can I get that baby back? Can we go back 10 months to when you were 4 months old, not 14 months? What? What? You're not wrong, Joe. You're not wrong. It is snowing mad out there right now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Roads are bad. I drove in them before the game, and wow, they are terrible. Terrible. Yeah. He extends his season high point streak to 16 games. 24 points in those 16 games, that Leon Draisaitl. That guy. See, I know when you're about to flank your head back, so I move mine. Because nobody wants to get back head shot by a baby. You went swimming today. Why are you not tired? Why are you not tired? I went swimming today and I am tired. I went swimming today and I want to go have a nap. Nap. A nap. Oh, hi. What? 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 Oh, you want to hear what Bob's talking about? You want to hear what Bob Stauffer's talking about? Okay.
Duty percentage. They dropped from 4th at the Four Nations face-off break to 9th in the league in goals. I think they'll probably finish 6th or 7th, but I think we all expect a little bit more offensive juice collectively out of this team this year.
All right, Bob, thanks very much. Back to work you go on the Oilers Radio Network alongside Ken Moon. And speaking of offensive juice, Leon Draisaitl's provided it all year. We'll see what he and others do in the third.
Relive the thrilling moments of the Four Nations Face-Off with never-before-seen footage from the tournament. Four Nations Face-Off Unveiled. Stream now on Sportsnet Plus.
There's some feelings you can get with any sports book.
Yeah, we were down to less than 20. Where did the season go?
No-no-nos. The O-O-O's. Now what you want to do with this? But the feeling that...
Well, speaking of no-no-nos, is there any hockey on for her to watch? I don't believe so. I will check. Basketball. The Lakers are playing the Bucks. Oilers basketball. Nope, no hockey. The next game is the Capitals-Kings game after this one. That's the hockey game. This is the Capitals versus the Kings. Because unfortunately, due to blackout restrictions, the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leaf game is blacked out in your area. Shenanigans. 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 If I hear the word shenanigans one more time, I'm gonna pistol whip up. Super Troopers, such an underrated great movie. Hi. What? I didn't do it. I don't care what you claim I've done. I've never done it. I didn't do it. What? I don't know. They're going to start in like 30 seconds. I don't know what to tell you. Intermissions are 20 minutes long. I don't know what to tell you. Mom brought you down for the perfect 20 minutes of no hockey.
on Motor Trend's 2025 Truck of the Year.
Here,
And
let's
that's
talk about the
worth
Ram
celebrating. Visit the Ram
biggest
Motor
truck of
Trend
all
Truck of
time.
the Year celebration event and get a 2025 Ram 1500 with 0% financing
I
for
do
60
have a wireless
months. Plus get
headset.
$4,745 in total value on Motor Trend's top.
I do have a wireless headset, unfortunately. It's this part that she likes to grab at, the speaker, the microphone part. So even when it's hooked up to me, she grabs at it and she pulls at it. Yeah, it's just a baby thing. She'll get out of it in like 2 months. Right? You'll get out of it. You'll grow. You'll grow out of it. Yeah. Just like you'll grow out of cuddles with daddy and cuddles with mommy, and you're going to be wanting on your own and be left alone for hours on end to do whatever you do. I'm a color for a day and a half. Don't bother me, I'm coloring. I'm building Lego, leave me alone. I'm building train sets. A racetrack. I'm putting together a V8 engine for a Corvette. Yeah. No, we just do with what we can do. Unfortunately, sucks.
Shots were 10-6 in that second period in favor of the Devils. 15-14 through
Wireless
2 periods. So
glasses.
it's not like there's been a plethora of chances
You
out
mean
there.
clock
But I think from a New Jersey
Yeah,
perspective,
where's your podcast?
Devils head coach Sheldon Keefe
I
would
love that
probably
podcast.
like to see a little bit more of a shot mentality. And as Louis indicated, Edmonton would just like
Oh,
to
you
come up
almost
with
got
more
my
wins.
eye that
They've
time.
had
Oh,
some
yes, you
chances
did.
in and around that net occupied by Jake Allen. Stuart Skinner, a strong second period with terrific saves on Holla and
I
Lodge.
almost
In particular, as we begin the
understand what you said
third.
there, Nick.
There shoots it in.
Come on, guys, one
Jake
goal.
Allen up the right-hand side for Jesper Bratt. Allen has given up just 1 goal through 100 minutes against Edmonton head-to-head this year. Coming in, they had recorded 4 of the Devils'
Yeah, you're not wrong.
leading 8 shutout victories this year. Markstrom with 3 and Nico Dawes with the other. Here's Podkolzin. Sends it off the boards. Brett Kulak down low, punched away from Connor Brown. Nurse stays strong on the puck, and Nugent Hopkins from distance will see it gloved by Allen. 45 seconds into this final period. Edmonton, an attacking zone faceoff, and its top line predictably climbs over the boards.
Already an elevation in the battle that we just talked about. First, the battle won in the defensive zone by Podkolzin. Here, watch the second effort by Brown. The lift to the stick, stay in that hunt for the
No,
puck.
you can see it.
And
I
it
get
doesn't
it.
amount
It's
to
all
a great
good.
chance. Good support by Podkolzin, D-to-D. It was a wrister that gets through that Allen has to hold on to. And another face-off in the offensive zone.
Off the face-off, Hyman drags
Hyman
it.
almost-
Stepping up, a quick chance for the save made by Allen. He's out of the net. And a terrific defensive play by Brett Pesce, denying an opportunity for Wallman. A slap shot from the point.
Brett
Stopped by
Pesce
Allen
saves the
against
goal for New
Bouchard.
Jersey there.
With Allen still trying to reset. Chipped over to Bouchard. Draisaitl, the only man to beat Jake Allen tonight, giving him points in 16 straight games. A career high and one off a league high this season.
Yes. Yeah, Diane, I think
Pasternak
it's
had
time to come
17
get
in
her.
a row for Boston. Puck
Absolutely,
cleared
guys, thank you.
out by Nason.
Great follow-up shift. And that blast by Wallman was blocked by Hughes in front.
Here's McDavid. In over the line. Checked off the puck and lifted high in the air by Tatar. McDavid assisted on the Draisaitl goal, giving him 59 and leaving him one shy of a 9th consecutive 60 helper season. Second only to Gretzky for the longest such streak in the history of the league. Gretzky did it 13 years in a row. 2 minutes gone by, final period. Kovacevic's shot, that was blocked. Rebound taken by Victor Arvidsson. He's got Jeff Skinner with him. And centers, here's Skinner, waiting, still waiting. Couldn't pull the trigger, and then finally threw it through the slot. Arvidsson, a wrist shot, deflected at the feet of Allen. Coming up is Andre Palat. Missed opportunities for Arvidsson and Skinner on that last shift as Kovacevic bangs it in deep. Adam Henrique off to Stetcher. Looking up ice. Corey Perry too far from that. Allen will guide it up the right-hand side for Lazar. Snap it in deep. Skinner leaves for Emberson. Jones.
The Mad Attack is back.
Gets it out. Kasperi Kapanen's away.
Don't you get into my chocolates. What a save by Jake Allen there, though. Nice save by Jake Allen. Kapanen gets tripped up after the play. But that's beside... You little munchkin. Get the heck out of here.
You don't like dark chocolate.
That's not true. I like dark chocolate when it comes in my pot of gold collection. She's eating. You're absolutely right. Who needs to go to the gym daily when you got kids? You need your curls? You got kids. That's why I make jokes. I can lift 320 pounds with my legs and 110 with my arms.
Icing against Jersey off that last face-off. We'll do it again in the Devil's zone.
And that's just building on a shift, right? You're on the bench. You watch the shift out there before you want to go out there and duplicate or try and elevate the shift before.
Calves and thighs are huge.
Edmonton did that to start things off, and the rotation goes right back to number one. It was Podkolzin.
No, it's an actual thing, man. Dad strength is real. I'm very much a fan of dad strength.
Oilers right back at it tomorrow on Long Island. 5:30 Mountain face-off against the New York Islanders.
It's just, you would do anything for your kids.
Came up empty in back-to-back road games against Anaheim and LA. Here's Kovacevic. New Jersey off the rush, a shot routinely handled.
You absolutely go above and beyond for your kids.
In the third.
Good defensive play here.
Vegas game is over. They won 4-0.
Now he's the one that goes up high in the offensive zone here, and as he tries.
You're not wrong, Epic. You're not wrong. It just seems that way, eh? I'm gonna go far back as 12 games. Unless your name is Draisaitl, you're not scoring a goal.
And a wide-angle shot handled easily by Skinner.
Here's Jesper Bratt trying to shove
especially 5v5.
out of the zone. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
You gotta think that breaks.
Behind the Devils' defense.
How's that not a call? The guy tackled him. The guy lost the foot race to the puck, fell over, and took out Podkolzin. That makes no sense to me. But it is what it is what it is. We're in the third period, 16 minutes left to go in the game, a 1-1 hockey game. Oilers are looking to go 1-for-1 on a 4-game road trip. Bouchard misses the net by 18 feet. That guy could hit a net once in a while.
A couple of good plays with a puck, but Pesci seems to be in his grill all night long. Shoveled out to Woolman this time. Bouchard
scores! Evan Bouchard, c'est la vie, number 2.
Dropped at the last moment, but it'll be Bouchard's goal. His 13th.
Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna. Feel buzz like I had last week. I must stay because coffee is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they get sweeter. So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, blood is just like a boy. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in and send in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita, all I need. A little bit of Tina, what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I see.
Sorry, folks, I gotta say it's a good Draisaitl goal. You're not wrong at that, though, Renegade. Corey Perry, Scory Perry. I'm gonna have to say that's a Draisaitl goal. Looking in that replay, that was tipped in by Draisaitl. I'll be the guy to say it. Draisaitl's second goal of the game, assisted by Bouchard. Yeah, Draisaitl touched it. Damn it, eh? No, they're still giving it to Bouchard. All right, I'll give it to Bouchard. They want to give it to Bouchard. I'll give it to Bouchard. Bouchard is his not very much goal of the game. But yeah, as soon as you start talking shit about Bouchard, he scores a goal. Like the overtime game where we talk crap about giving the puck away 5 times in a matter of a minute, he goes and scores the game winner.
Allen doesn't pick it up, and Edmonton takes a 2-1 lead.
It's time for Hopkins to get off the fucking snide, though.
Looking at it, I agree with you, Louis. It did not appear to be touched. This is going to be.
I don't care who scored it. Honestly, right now at this moment, Oilers scored. They're up 2-1. Oh, almost 3-1. I'm getting excited now. Now I'm getting my hopes up. Right? Exactly that, Epic. You must have been reading my mind, or I was reading yours. Either way, I don't care. It could have been scored by Jeff Skinner, Stuart Skinner, freaking Joey Moss himself. Oilers are up 2-1 with 14 minutes left to go in the third period. I'm okay with it in New Jersey. 13th goal of the season scored by Bouchard, assisted by Wallman and McDavid.
When it comes to 60-plus assists in the season. Here's Bouchard. 6 minutes into the third, he'll get it in deep.
What a stud by Wallman.
Checked by Brad. Draisaitl. A little locate McDavid. Left on Pesci, centers, and Hyman unable to get one on net. Wallman will. A glove save.
Wallman shoots, Wallman passes, Wallman blocks shots. Wall.
Has come out and owned the first 6+ minutes of this third.
You know what is scary, though? No, he's never been scratched. There was a question that I asked to the Oilers post-game show a while back. And I got laughed at for asking this question. Maybe you guys are going to laugh at me. But I asked the question. We as Oiler fans always give shit to Bouchard, to Skinner, to Picard, to Nurse. We're always giving crap to those players. Why do we give Ryan Nugent-Hopkins such a pass? For the last, I'm going to say 5 years, his jersey number is 86, I believe. 96, thank you. 86, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for letting me know that number. I messed up there. But we always give Hopkins a pass, especially this year. What has he done on the power play this year? What has he done 5-on-5? And he's playing on McDavid's wing. Let's not act like he's a fourth-line player or a third-line player that's not producing. He's on McDavid's wing 95% of the time. What has he done? So my question was, why do we give guys like Hopkins a pass when they're poor play? But whenever Bouchard, Nurse, or Skinner make a bad play, even one bad play out of a... Let's say there's 10 plays in a game, and 9 of them are perfect by those 3 players. But as soon as one bad play is made, we ride them like a redheaded stepchild. Why don't we do the same for Hopkins? What makes Hopkins so invaluable? That, I think that's what it is he stayed through the hard times. So we give him, but how long can we keep giving him that pass for? You know what I mean?
They've not been able to string wins together since Christmas.
You're not wrong, but
December.
Still, we give shit to Nurse. And we ran some good goalies out of town.
On Sunday, the Devils can ill afford a slide here.
But yeah, I give him a pass too. I love Nuge. Nuge is my second favorite player right now on the Oilers.
The backhander off the side of the net. Pesci, the only man to beat Stuart Skinner tonight. Shot Skinner.
And just as I say that, bad goal to give up.
And slipped through Skinner. It'll be Brad's goal. And for the second consecutive game against Edmonton this year, he has a goal and an assist against the Oilers. We're tied.
Does a nice job to get to the middle here. And again, this is what Jersey has done a lot of times. That little stick play there by Meyer keeps it alive. And he reaches through two Oilers together. But because he keeps it alive, possession is had by New Jersey. And then Brad does what he does best. He's one of the speedier, quicker guys in the NHL. Gets himself to the middle of the ice. Knows he has Heischer in front of the net. And look at this. Not a chance to see that puck for Stuart.
Skinner couldn't see that even if he was 8 feet tall and bulletproof.
Tie the game 2-2.
Tie game 2-2. 13 minutes left to go in the regulation.
19 goals, 75 points for Jesper Bratt. Draisaitl and McDavid look to answer. The game now tied at 2. Red Pesci hands off to Dillon. Booted by Palat into the slot. It's going to be held in by McDavid for Draisaitl. Reverse pop on Dillon to keep possession. Out to Troy Stecher.
Jack always jinxes the Oilers.
Stecher
Not wrong.
takes the shot and misses. Rebound Hyman. Knocked off his stick by Pesci. Hyman pulled his way back into possession.
But again,
Sealed
the
off
Oilers
McDavid.
forwards need to start scoring goals.
Nurse a shot and a save. Jake Allen, he'll put it to rest.
No, absolutely. It's like, I get that.
Brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home of
I completely understand that. Like, don't get me wrong. I completely understand why Hopkins gets the pass, but that was just my question. Why would Jack Michael say that? This game is far from in the bag. His 19th of the year.
Eventually trickles free for Victor Arvidsson. He'll spin on
2-2
Dumoulin.
Hopkins.
Use the screen from Skinner and give it to Jeff Skinner. Loads and fires. Save Allen. Rebound. Dribbled in front. And the Devils were able to scoop it up and send it off glass. Stuart Skinner. Convergence of sticks. I think
I'm glad I can barely hear the announce team. Jack Michaels, you jinx.
With that puck as it ends up sailing out of play.
I wish I could switch it over to the ESPN, but then I'd be super lagged and super behind. Oh, 11:53 left to go in regulation. 24-18 shots for the Oilers. 2-2 hockey game.
And then Jesper Bratt, with his 19th of the season, ties the game once again. So a real battle in this one between these two teams.
Pesci and Brad each with a goal and an assist for New Jersey. McDavid has assisted on both Edmonton.
Yeah, you're not wrong, though. He seems to pull those stats out of his ass.
Draisaitl and Bouchard.
Not in favor of the Oilers.
Nemitz gets it back from Brad. Shots good. Skinner never saw it. Again, traffic in front, and again, Heischer might have taken away Skinner's eyes.
No question, again, he was right on the doorstep. I don't know if they're going to look long and hard. I can see coaches bending down, which they always do, and looking at that screen. Heischer's really close to Stuart Skinner here. But he is right in his eyes, and it's a one-timer by Nemitz. I mean, no chance through the screen. You're going to see him get in there. But he does a nice job. He's a little bit in the blue paint, but does he disrupt? I don't think so with Stuart Skinner. He doesn't.
Jersey players are just allowed to step in front of Skinner all they fucking want.
But he's right in there. And a little give and go one-timer with a screen similar to the Bratt goal that was scored from the high slot. This one. Look at this. Right through, you got to look around it as you're moving. It's there already.
Kulak, why don't you just knock the fucking guy over? Well, that's a...
For Shimon Nemec, who is a highly...
Because our defense is fucking soft.
Second overall pick in 2022, but he spent half the year in the minors this year. Game tailed off, lost some confidence.
Because our defense doesn't know that they have to be between them and the fucking goalie.
The trade deadline too. A lot of teams very interested.
That's twice Kulak led a New Jersey player in between him and Skinner in the last 5 minutes that cost 2 goals.
High pick by the Devils, so they want to make sure they're taking their time with them. But there was a lot of teams that were poking around, thinking they'd like to add him to their lineup.
First NHL goal this season. That scored March 11th of last year in the NHL against the Rangers. Here's Nason with the Devils. Once again protecting the 1-goal lead. So the Oilers take their first lead, and less than 4 minutes later they're trailing.
I will never understand this Oilers defense.
His second consecutive.
Ekholm, get healthy, please.
Last over the line. Kovacevic will put it around the boards. And all of a sudden, 10.5 minutes separate Edmonton from a second straight defeat on this road trip. Henrique to Skinner. And his shot disappears.
Notice how the New Jersey defense doesn't let the Oilers forward in between them and the goalie.
Play Alberta has over 400 casino games to discover. New players start with 100 free spins.
I just don't get this Oilers team at all. Kulak, be fucking stronger.
The one-timer is perfectly placed, and you can tell from that angle, Stuart Skinner is looking left around Heishier, right, goes back to the middle, and no chance to find that one as Nemec with the one.
Like, that is why Kulak is a third-line defenseman. 7th defenseman on most teams.
Off to Dawson Mercer. Stetcher trying to stay with him.
We're really missing Ekholm tonight, though.
Didn't get enough on
This road trip may be...
So it's Arvidsson off to Jeff Skinner. Tucks it toward Jake Allen. And a high flip. Luke Hughes got belted. Didn't get it out. Stetcher in front looking for Adam Henrique. Tried to go between the legs and then
I don't know. That's frustrating.
Determined work from Victor Arvidsson. Slide it around for Henrique and on to Kulak.
We've got way too many offensive defensemen and not enough defensive defensemen. 9.5 left to go in the third period. Shots are 25-19 for the Oilers. 3-2 New Jersey. Our offensive corp are all offensive defensemen. Nobody wants to play fucking defense on this team.
Have turned a 2-1 Jersey deficit into a 3-2 lead for the hosts.
Say what you want about Desharnais, but at least he hit somebody. At least he laid some lumber.
Held in, Perry blasted, Kapanen, little give and go, hard to the net. Bastion draped all over him, wouldn't let him get a shot away. Out to Kulak, fed along Emerson, one-timer to save, made rebound. Brown couldn't drag it cleanly onto his forehead. Perry was creating problems in front of the net, but the Oilers unable to cash in. Here's Kulak. Advancing through the neutral zone and forcing Jersey back again. Heishier forced it loose. A clear by Kovacevic.
Cool.
David
Team is under
back on. Here's
watchable at times.
Lost the handle quickly. Backhanded out by Heishier.
That's the great part about this season. Is they're still a playoff team. And as bad as they played at times, they're still going to turn it up in the playoffs and get to the final. That's the scary part about this team.
Shovels ahead. Wallman anticipated, picked it off, and now Draisaitl with Hughes trying to untangle his stick. Snatched away by Meyer. Did not get out of the zone. Hughes floated one back to center.
I hate the coasting that this team does.
Hyman will go off. McDavid and Draisaitl.
We all miss Larson, absolutely. That is one guy I think we can all agree that we miss. Adam Larson.
Way to center, shoots it in. Dumoulin takes a peek. Backhanded into the skates of Nugent Hopkins and driven up the left-hand side. Now the Devils on the attack.
That's offside.
Offside call. Barely detectable, but indeed.
Oh, I completely understand why he didn't want to come back either. You know what the bad thing is? Like, McDavid... How do I say this without speaking out of class? McDavid knows what's going on. And he's emotionless. He's not angry. He's not mad. if you look at McDavid and Draisaitl, like last year when they went on that losing streak and they went to Carolina and they fist bumped each other and said, "Hey, let's turn this shit around." And they went on a 16-game heater. Did you see that this year at all? Do you see any of that emotion that was last year from McDavid or Draisaitl? You tell me. I'm asking an honest question because I know the answer to it. No, you don't. So it makes you wonder, why is that emotion not there? Is it scary to think that this team doesn't care about an 82-game season? That this team is just riding out the emotions of a long season? Just get in. Just make the playoffs. Just make the playoffs. Who cares how we get there? But again, where's Leon doing that this year? Where's Corey Perry doing that? Where's Corey Perry yelling at his teammates to pull their fucking heads out of their asses? That's the problem, is this team knows it's a playoff team. I disagree, Epic. They're all ready and they're all capable. They're all capable. I disagree with you. I think the scariest part about this team is when they choose to play and when they want to flip the switch, they'll be unstoppable. I agree. This better not happen in playoffs. Otherwise, we're looking at round 2 exit. We're not talking third round. Like I can just keep telling you guys this because I hate that I have to be that guy. Offside. But this team is going to be fucking night and day come playoff. I hate the fact that they have that. I hate the fact that this team could be Goliath. They're not losing, Epic, they're not losing home ice advantage round 1. No, I'm not even worried about that. That is not even going to happen. Like I said, there's going to be 9 games the Oilers have to win, and they're going to win it.
And the Rocket Richard, unless something really strange.
I hate to tell you guys that, but this team, to get first in the division, just needs to win these 9 games that they need to win. Everything else will fall into place come what may. This team is going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be a scary good team. And I hate the fact that they're going to just turn it on and be like, oh yeah, by the way, we know how to play hockey.
73, 73, 83, and this year, 76 points. A lot of consistency, and as Louis talked about, a guy you can move up and down your lineup to revive or reignite any line with which you choose.
Well, I think he's kind of the guy that
exactly that.
Because of the way he plays. He has the puck on his stick a lot.
We forget that the 06 team waited to the last day of the season to clinch a playoff spot.
Rebound, loose, and kept in brilliantly by Wallman. McDavid hits Bouchard, shot dropped by Allen, it's still loose. And it's Brad who comes up with it and backhands it through Wallman. Brad was able to...
I wouldn't even say they're playing lazy. They're just not playing.
A couple good shots by Bouchard and juicy rebounds. It was
Buffalo's not easy though. Like I hate that narrative. Buffalo is easy. They hit 5 posts.
Rifles it in. Jeff Skinner.
Like,
down low looking for Adam.
They hit 5 posts.
From its moorings and the whistle will
I don't. That's not easy. There isn't an easy out in the NHL.
once again out shooting New Jersey handily.
Especially when you're out shooting a team and you hit 5 posts. It's uninspired hockey. It's not lazy, it's just uninspired. It sucks that we're losing to teams in the East, but as I see it and as I'm watching it, the Oilers don't care about losing to teams in the East. They just don't care. They don't get up for it. I would wish that one time this team made things easy on us. Let them skip. Let them. You'd be surprised, but let them say what they want about Stuart Skinner. It doesn't make what they're saying true. I could say Dustin Wolf can't save a 5-hole shot to save his life. That penalty shot last night that he faced, 5-hole, pretty easy thing to stop. You got beat 5-hole twice. But yet he's up for the Calder of the Year. I love when people talk shit about Stuart Skinner. And when it matters, those same people will be like, I believed him all along. He was my goalie from day one. You can sigh all you want, Joe. It's okay. Game's not over. Still got about 5 minutes left to go in the game. There you go. Knobloch is talking to Draisaitl and McDavid right now. That's what you need to do as a coach. That's what you need to do as a coach right there. Talk to your 2 best players and say, hey, pick it the fuck up.
After that commercial.
So 5 and change.
That's what Evander Kane is going to bring this team in spades.
No time. Neutral zone faceoff gets McDavid and Draisaitl back out there right off the draw. Here's McDavid around Dylan back.
We got 5 minutes left to go in this hockey game. I expect this to be the best 5 minutes of this game for the Oilers.
Just like I wrote it up. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But good face-off.
I was there. I was there.
Left side, Draisaitl takes the draw. He's the one that comes in for the winger win and then drives this right at the backhand side. Good save by Allen and an offensive zone face-off.
You don't think he was telling him to go backhand shell?
This team is. That's the scary part about this whole situation. Is this team is still a cup contender. They know it. The pungents know it. The media purists know it.
And now it's Timo Meyer who will shoot it in from the red line.
What did Muhammad Ali do for the majority of his fights? When he got older, not in his younger days.
Fires into a crowd, and that was blocked by Bouchard, and here come the Oilers. Hyman off the boards to Draisaitl. Trying to power his way through Luke Hughes down low.
He would let his opponents punch themselves tired. Make his opponents think that, oh, I'm just an old rickety old man. I won't win this fight. Then he wins the fight. I see that in the Oilers, and I don't like. Come on, Draisaitl, be better than that, though.
Against Heishier, so he'll just walk it up through center, dumped it in, and both teams make changes. Coming up on
good thing it doesn't matter how they're playing now compared to how they're going to play in April.
Monday night, trying to avoid a repeat result tonight at the Rock.
I'm just telling you guys facts right now. It looks ugly right now. I am not going to debate that. I'm not going to argue with that. This team looks like it couldn't beat themselves in an ass-kicking contest. I'll be honest, right now, today, this team doesn't look like it could beat a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. But come talk to me April 16th. Come talk to me, come talk to me April 10th.
30-19 tonight, down 3-2.
And you'll see where these guys are.
A healthy hack at Kulak. Devils can't get it out. Cotter again. Up to Mercer. And he's able to knife it along the boards. Kulak watches, big hit.
Okay.
Cotter finishing the job on Nugent Hopkins. Set on net by Nurse and held.
Vancouver and Calgary won't keep winning. Neither will LA.
New Jersey to defend Edmonton's top line. on this upcoming offensive zone draw. This is what we were talking about, tale of two halves.
I'm not saying that. Proof is in the pudding.
Defensive game. You know, obviously the offense has dried up a bit for Jersey, and that's been a big impact. You talked about it. They've had a good power play, good penalty kill, but they're a strong defensive team. And on that last sequence, you saw it. So difficult to get to the inside, and they were patient in losing the battle a couple of times, but working it out along the wall, and that's where they've really excelled. And for Edmonton,
but have they been healthy since Four Nations?
To get to the inside, you have to work a little extra to try and get in there and disrupt in front of Allen.
I'm not making excuses. They haven't been healthy.
Here with 3:04 remaining.
I'm going to probably say they haven't been healthy for 2 weeks before the Four Nations. This flu needs to get the hell out of this locker room.
Depending on what happens on this draw.
Ekholm's out with flueness right now.
The veteran wins the draw, and now it's Arvidsson heading for the net. Shot short side.
Ekholm's out with the flu. Janmark's out with the flu. Klingberg is out with the flu.
Against his longtime teammate in Carolina. Emberson has a cutoff by Luke Hughes. Pesci allowed Hall to come over. Emberson, good job to hold the zone, albeit momentarily. And now Cody Glass heads for the Edmonton net. Rich shot saves, get a rebound, get Glass trying to bank it in. Somehow Stitcher saved the goal. He got back there and protected that far post.
Game 64 is in game 71.
Here's Troy Stetcher with 2:20.
Game 83. Game 64 is still game 64 in March. It sucks to watch, guys. I get it. As the most diehard of diehard fans I am, it sucks to watch.
Forces fire behind the net and eventually took the puck from him. Ishier one-timed it high and off the plexi. They're going to say it was play with a high stick. McDavid will negate it and now come up ice with 1:45 to go. And now Stuart Skinner does take off to the bench. Here's McDavid, brilliant.
I agree with you, though, if you're 6, stay home. And that's what Ekholm did.
6 on 5, Oilers looking for the equalizer. Perry on to Bouchard. One-touch Perry.
He stayed home.
Gives way to McDavid.
He's not on this road trip for that reason.
Pressing for the equalizer. Here's Perry shoveling down low. Tries to in front, wide open. Taken away by Pesci. And now the Devils up ice. Mercer gives way. Heading for the net. Shooting and a block shot. And it comes free. And now the Oilers have the Devils caught. And a half change. Hyman trying to sneak it through. Broke it up. Kovacevic will launch it through the neutral zone.
That was 7 men on the ice for the Devils right there. You called the Oilers for that. Come on. It works both ways.
Draisaitl from Bouchard. He'll snap it in deep. Around the boards, Meyer turns, lifts safely through the middle off of Bouchard's glove. Club back to the line. Cleared initially by the Devils. Now Dylan. Kovacevic trying to melt some time. Angled off the boards. Backhand whack. Wide of the net. Oilers still have plenty of time. 35 seconds to go. Fresh troops on.
There's no way Winnipeg gets out of round 1. I'm not worried about where they finish. They're finishing first in the division or second in the division. Guys, stop panicking. Like, the roller coaster ride that we ride as Oiler fans, it's not healthy. Oilers lose 3-2 in New Jersey. It is what it is, guys. I don't understand. Like, I get your negativity. I get the negativity. That's why I don't bet on Oilers games. That's why I don't bet on Oilers games. It's okay, guys. It's honestly not the end of the world. You can say that. I get it. I get it. Guys, I understand the frustration, but I'm not with you. I won't be one to join the frustration. I love Oiler fans. You guys are a bunch of negative pansies, man. I swear this fan base is the only one that when the team wins, we're the greatest team in the NHL, nobody can touch us. They lose a few games. Oh, this team sucks. Trade everybody. Fire all the coaches. Get rid of the franchise. Good. Let them be red hot right now. It's called hitting your stride in perfect, synchronized timing. What happens to athletes when they peak too soon? No, I don't believe that there's one-tier fans, two-tier fans, three-tier. I hate when those people say, I'm a four-tier fan and I will never talk negative about my team. If your team plays like shit, talk shit about them. If a player can't do shit, talk shit about them. But also understand it's in the moment. This team sucks right now. This team is bad right now. This team can't score right now. This goaltender makes a lot of saves, but gives up the goal right now. Come talk to me in April. Come talk to me in May. Come talk to me in June. And if you're one of those nitwit dumbasses that come at me and say, I told you Stuart Skinner was a great player, and I have receipts, and I will tell you, well, actually, on March 17th, you said Stuart Skinner was a piece of shit and should have been traded at the trade deadline. How can you say that now and say that then? You can't flippy-flop like a washing machine. So that's on Jackson and Bowman to trade with no assets, trade with no draft picks, and trade with no fucking cap space. Are you a dumb fucking idiot? I know you're not, but man, you talk like a dumb idiot. How? I can't make a Cobb salad out of a piece of shit sandwich. You hand me a piece of shit ingredients like Jackson was given, like Bowman were given. What cap space did they have to work with? Well, the answer to that, Matt, is simply fucking none. What draft picks did Bowman and Jackson have to work with? The answer to that, Matt, is simply fucking none. What prospects do the Oilers have right now that they could have used to get players? The answer to that, Matt, is simply fucking none. Why do they have none of those? Because teams that are in win now don't have a prospect to give up that is any good. We're not a building team. We're not the Calgary Flames, which we have prospects. We're not a fucking Vancouver Canuck, which we have prospects and draft picks. It's called playoff roster. There's two different rosters that an NHL GM has to build. A regular season roster, which is just fucking good enough to make their playoffs, and then a playoff roster, which is the best roster you can have. Having Skinner, having Arvidsson, and having Rico, having Perry, that's your playoff fucking roster. I'm just saying, yes, it's frustrating being an Oilers fan. Yes, you would love to have a player make a little bit less at a forward group so you could have paid for a little bit more goaltending. But you live in fucking Canada and you have to pay for players to play in Canada. We're not a Colorado where we have no taxes. We're not a Florida or a Tampa, no taxes. We're not a Dallas Star team, no taxes. We're not a Utah, no tax. We're not a Minneapolis, no tax. We're not a Carolina, no tax. We're not a Pennsylvania, no tax. We live in Canada where we have provincial tax, we have federal tax, And both are outrageously overtaxed. It's called the 20% Canadian tax for any Canadian team in the NHL for a reason. We have to overpay players to pay in Canada. It's just the facts of doing business. And if you can't accept that answer, then I don't know what to tell you. Does it suck right now? Absolutely. It sucks to suck. I'm telling you right now, it sucks to be in the suck. But when we get out of it, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the suck right now in February, in March. Turn the page in April, in May, and June. You're not going to talk about, remember when the Oilers couldn't beat Buffalo? Remember when the Oilers couldn't beat New Jersey? Nobody's going to be talking about that when we beat Dallas. Or we beat a Colorado. We beat a Vegas. We beat a Winnipeg. We beat a Minnesota. We beat a Vancouver. Name a team making the playoffs in the Western Conference, and we'll beat them. And it is what it is, guys. The only mistake the Oilers made in the last 5 years was giving Jack Campbell $5 million to not show up. The only mistake this management team made in the last 5 years was giving Jack Campbell and his mental issues too much money, knowing that he wasn't mentally available. Anyways, guys, enjoy your night. I'll be back tomorrow. Islanders, Oilers, 5 o'clock. Picard will get the net. Picard will probably win the game. And it's nothing to do with because Picard made any great saves. It's because New York Islanders aren't that fucking good. You're not wrong, Eric. That would solve a lot of problems. For sports-wise, anyways. Vegas and LA will lose. Vegas isn't going to lose to shit teams because they get power plays and they get the benefit of the doubt. Missed call opportunities. Anyways, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Deuces. Oilers lose 3-2 to New Jersey. Shit happens. Life goes on. Best thing about sports, there's another game around the corner. Have fun. See you tomorrow. No, Epic. You're not wrong with what you're saying. You're not being a jerk at all. I completely understand where you are coming from, and I completely understand where every other Oiler fan that wants to throw their jerseys on the ice, that wants to rip up their season tickets. And I do know season ticket holders right now. I'm going to come back right quick here for you guys. And this is where my frustration isn't with you guys. I used to be a season ticket holder. I know many season ticket holders who have told me they're not renewing their subscriptions to season tickets next year, who are ripping up their season tickets right now because of how bad this team has played. And I understand your guys' frustration, and I understand their frustration. I don't hate them for that, and I don't hate you guys for your guys' opinions. You're not wrong when you guys say this team sucks right now. You're not wrong when you guys all say this team is garbage. But I have to be that guy that will always think positively, because that's just who I am. Personal life wasn't always success, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm super successful right now, but when you're from the gutter, live in the gutter, there's no way but up. So with this team, when they play this bad, there's no way but up. So I got to believe that there's a better tomorrow and there's a better tomorrow for this team. And if that doesn't happen till round 1, game 1 of the playoffs, then that's round 1, game 1 of the playoffs. And that's just something that we have to come to accept. That this team just doesn't give a shit about 82-game regular seasons. Anyways, now you guys can have a good night. I'm not mad at any of you guys. Thank you all for being here. You guys are always great. I'm not mad at any single one of you guys at all. It's just the negativity is getting to me with this fan base about blaming everybody for every little thing. It happens. It's hockey. Sports. Don't get mad. Your team will win. Your team will lose. At the end of the day, your team's still around. It's a good day. As they say, I'd rather have a bad day being an Oilers fan than a good day being a Flames fan. But that's just me. You guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Apparently the game's 5:30, not 5 o'clock. Apparently. That's right. It's a Ranger game on Sunday. That's 5 o'clock.